A few months ago there was a transporter fire and there was 9 BYDs on the back of it. And all the EV people, the special people, they came out and said it was the trailer that caught fire. There was no reports. I checked every single report and they said they got inside information off the driver of the transporter. Now, I think if it was a transporter and it destroyed 9 BYDs, then I would suggest there was something wrong with the servicing on the transporter. Or perhaps the extra weight of the BYDs on the transporter made the brakes work harder, overheated and caught fire there. But as I said, they said without question, and then one of them even said, I don't care if I'm wrong. And I just asked them to point me to a story or a report that said it was the transporter, and they couldn't, but they'd come out and said it was.
EVs, if it does go back into thermal runaway, it'll protect their property from any further fire. For responding to structure fire, our standard procedures for our bunker gear are to take them to our station extractors, which are specialty machines that will extract any particulates out of the bunker gear. With the products of combustion that are created from these EV fires, a lot more toxins that their bunker gear is exposed to. So with that, to get rid of these toxins from their bunker gear, we send them off for a specialty cleaning, and they do it cleaning with carbon dioxide, and then they test it for the bunker gear for HF after it's been thoroughly cleaned. So any crew members that had direct exposure to that initial smoke during the firefighting aspects or during the securing of the vehicle, their gear will get bagged up by our logistics bureau. Our logistics will double bag it and then put it in a barrel, send it off to the specialty company. Usually takes a week or so for them to go through this thorough cleaning, deem whether it's still safe for our members to use. If it is safe, they'll continue with the cleaning process and then return it to those crew members. If they deem for whatever reason that it's no longer safe due to the high exposures from the smoke, then that gear will be condemned at this point.
Straight away, this bus fire the other day, this EV bus fire, my friend, the usual suspects, Colin Walker. Stories about EVs and fires tend to get some people rather excited, so it's worth considering the following. 1. The cause of the bus fire is under investigation. 2. The fire was put out in less than an hour. 3. EVs are up to 60 times less likely to catch fire than petrol/diesels. Dark grey smoke can be seen billowing from the depot as the flames ripped through the number 23 bus. Don't 23 supposedly mean something? I know it's David Beckham's shirt number, but anyway, I'll have a look at that. Which serves routes from Westbourne Park to Aldwych. 4 fire engines and 25 firefighters were dispatched to tackle the inferno and were able to bring the fire under control by around 7 p.m. No injuries were reported. The bus and 2 charging points were destroyed in the fire. Nearby tube station, Westbourne Park, was closed after the fire broke out, reopening just before 7 p.m. In a statement, London Fire Brigade said the fire involved a double-decker electric bus, which was destroyed by the fire. 2 electric vehicle charging points were also destroyed. There are no reports of any injuries. Well, thank goodness for that. The brigade was first called about the fire at 6:23 p.m. and crews had the incident under control by 7:11 p.m. Well, to be fair, they didn't. That's kind of a technicality. 7:11 it wasn't. Right, boys, put the hoses away. Let's go to the pub for a pint. Firefighters will remain on the scene into the evening. That's to make sure it doesn't reignite. But to be fair, it could reignite tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day. Or even 12 months later, like that one did in the scrapyard the other day.
Designated tow yards that'll accept these EVs. If it does go back into thermal runaway, it'll protect their property from any further fire.
Crews from North Kensington and Paddington fire stations attended the scene. The cause of the fire is under investigation. That's fair enough. So, electric bus fire, only an hour to put out. Not really the point, is it? An electric double-decker London bus has been completely destroyed by fire at Westbourne Park bus depot. London Fire Brigade confirmed 4 fire engines and around 25 firefighters attended. The bus was destroyed. 2 electric vehicle charging points were also destroyed. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries. The brigade was called at 6:23 and had the incident under control by 7:11 p.m. The cause is still under investigation. And that last sentence, the cause is still under investigation, has become the favourite escape hatch of the evangelists, because the moment anyone raises concerns, they all suddenly become forensic fire investigators. Oh, we don't know the cause yet. It only took an hour to put out. No one was hurt. Well, yeah, thankfully no one was hurt, because this happened at a depot, not on a packed bus in traffic. But here are the questions they don't seem very keen to ask. How much water was used putting it out? Where did that water go? Was there toxic runoff? What gases were released while a large electric vehicle and charging equipment were burning? How quickly did the bus become engulfed? And if that bus had been in service, full of passengers with people upstairs, elderly people, children, wheelchairs, pushchairs, would everyone have got out in time? Because it only took an hour sounds very different when you remember this was one bus at a depot with firefighters called immediately, and the vehicle still ended up being completely destroyed. The Evening Standard reported that the number 23 electric double-decker was ablaze at the Westbourne Park depot with dark smoke billowing from the side, and that Westbourne Park tube station was temporarily closed after the fire broke out. So when people say nothing to see here, I'm not buying it. A public transport vehicle caught fire. It was destroyed. 2 charging points were destroyed. A nearby station was affected. Firefighters remained on the scene into the evening, and the cause is still unknown. That's not proof that electric buses are all dangerous, but it is absolutely proof that the public deserve proper answers, not spin, not evangelists shouting unknown cause like it makes the fire disappear. And this is the same crowd who want to force more and more of this technology into public transport while dismissing every concern as scaremongering. Well, here's a thought for you. Maybe before lecturing about pump prices, hybrids and EV targets, the lobbyists should answer a simpler question. When an electric bus burns at a charging depot, what exactly are the risks to passengers, to firefighters, to the infrastructure, to the environment, and the people living nearby? Because until those answers are published, it only took an hour is not very reassuring. It's spin.